Hello. I am here with my girls, Monique Johnson, 69 Ways Johnson, and Miss Kira Speaks. And we are here to discuss Found, Season 2, Episode 3, Missing While Lonely. Monique,
yes.
thoughts on this episode?
What's her name? Gabrielle. She got on my nerves. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, she keep it holding, sending on people on goose chase. She's a non-liar. Okay, at this point, I was like, girl. And then she got
Kira, your thoughts?
Oh, this episode. It was good. We got the little cliffhanger at the end, so I'm really, really excited to get to next week's foolishness. Because yes, Gabby was tripping on her feet, and Sir is unhinged. So
very.
And Lacey's safe, and they just better keep Lacey with Zeke because it's not gonna be good.
I agree. This was a very good episode to me too. I agree. You know, we did a live watch on Thursday, me and Miss Kira, and it was a very good episode. I watched it 2 times, so I was disappointed in Gabby, but you know, she was being Gabby. You know, she was like, what's that when you catch the fish, you catch it and let it go like that? What's that called? You catch it and
catch and release.
Catch and release. You know, she was on catch and release type stuff. Because had she, never mind. I'm sorry. It was a good episode. I was gonna go down the whole rant. Okay, but this episode started out with Trent looking bruised and abused, and we're not sure why he was looking very sad and trying to figure like what's going on with Trent. Like, why who didn't put the fluffers on him? Like, what's going on? And you know, the question was, you know, is Lacey okay? Is she alive, or did y'all find Lacey or something like that? And you know, I don't think he responded. So you get where you see what's his name? The cute fella.
Don,
yes. Don and Margaret, you know, they are at Gabby's house, and he read his letter, and he just goes ham. He goes berserk, scares the crap out of Margaret. We're not sure what's going on, but they are they brought us forward. So now we're going backwards, and we get to the point where we see, now if I'm missing something, y'all, please let me know. Sir brother is going to his vehicle. He's trying to start it. It won't start. Sir is sitting in the back of his brother's car.
I want to hit that again. I want to try to start it again. I'm like, yo, what's going to do? Blow?
That's what I thought.
Sir is relentless. Sir is relentless.
Like, sir, I'm your brother. I'm your family. I'm your flesh and blood. You just gonna roll up on me? You just gonna roll up on me for Gabby? What he said? You're my family. Gabby's my what, child? I don't even know.
He said, you my blood, but Gabby's my family.
Okay, that's what it was.
Dude.
Sir is busy. Sir is a piece of work. He likes to torment people mentally, and we know that about him because it's a psychotic. Everything is mental with him. And for you to tell me she's your family, that would bother me if somebody would tell me that. I'm your brother, but that's your family. Okay, I know we can build families. We can build our own families by the people we meet and that we vibe with, and sometimes we become closer to our friends than that we do our actual blood family. So I do get that. However, you are really like
crossing. But also, Sir snapped at the end of the last episode, so that's kind of where we're at this point, and it's a little scary.
That part. And
why are you helping
them? Out for the count?
Why are you helping them? You know, he thinks he's against him, and he's not against him. He's just You know,
He's jealous.
He hadn't seen his brother in 20 years, right?
Yeah, 20 years.
That's what he said. That's what they told us.
Yeah, but you know, Sir is kind of jealous. He don't want him to get close to Gabby.
I see.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with the whole thing with what's her name took him out with Lacey hitting her head. He said that, but I'm like, you shoved her into the counter, like you grabbed her, and it wasn't like she tripped and hit her head, like you went
right.
Yeah, so he tells his brother, you need to leave DC or you're going to regret it. But then we see that the brother is talking to the team, and he's like giving them not giving them information, but he's letting them know, like, you know, I want to make it right. I want to apologize to your family, you know, on behalf of the Evans family. Like, I don't want no apology from y'all. Ain't nothing y'all can say to me, to be honest. Like, no. What y'all thoughts on the brother talking to them? I mean,
and then Bill
and stays away, maybe I can trust him. But if he comes back, I'm gonna keep that good eye on him, because it's guilt by association. You're Sir's brother, so it's, you know, what do you call it? Up from the poisonous tree. I can't. You helping, but what's the motive? What's the agenda? What's behind it? You really, really just wanna? I don't know. I'm having a hard time trusting it.
Yeah, and then he got upset and dipped out. He was like, wait, what? Because they brought up the mom. They said
right.
She was
Yeah, he did not know.
Because he said to Sir in the car that you have a good heart. You tried to say you saved me and you tried to save mom.
Right.
And I was like, not really.
Right. That's all. Like, did he really try to? When he said, I'm like, did he really try to save mom?
He probably did, because he probably knew she was gone already. Because from what they told us, so he probably did try to save her.
Yeah, air quotes. Yeah, air quote that thing. And he got upset and dipped.
But then he finds out that his mother was already gone at the time of the fire was started. So
right,
he doesn't understand. He's not putting two and two together when it comes to that. And I get it, because you've been fed this lie your whole entire life that your mother died in the fire, not that something had happened to your mother prior to Sir starting the fire, because we know Sir started that fire.
Yeah, so he got to deal with his emotions. So he ran off. So I don't know where he ran off to. I don't know if it's back to DC or what, but time will tell when it comes to the brother. So
what's up, Lemon Kush? Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Thank you to the people that are watching. I don't see them in the chat, but they are out there somewhere. We would like for you all to speak. Hello, and like the channels. Subscribe. Make sure you are subscribed to each and every one of us. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Do all the things. Lemon Kush, have you started watching yet? Please tell me you have. Thank you. So there's a news cast coming up about this lady that is missing, and she is dating a guy that's in prison.
Yep.
And
her name is Betty, right?
Betty Connolly, Betty something like that. I'm not sure. I can't really remember the last name.
But
you know, I'm like, why? What is so important about this right here? But you know, they show us the prison pictures of her hugging the guy, and I thought that was weird. At first I didn't see it when I first watched it, because we got caught up a little bit late. But later on, I'm like, what is really going on here? Like, is it the son? Is it what's going on? The husband or the soon-to-be husband? I didn't understand. But he was a revenge murderer, because I think somebody took his child. So Gabby knew that would be a good story for Sir, like to reel him in or to pull him out rather, so that they can get catch him and then get Lacey. What are your thoughts on the Betty and her felon husband, or soon to be husband?
What's her name? What's her name? The one who could see things.
Margaret.
Yeah, Margaret. Margaret did not like that plan. So he said, "You gonna use this girl as bait to lure out Sir She did not like it. She said, "Me and Zeke, we'll find Lacey on our own." And then she told what's his name, Don, to help them or whatever.
Mhm.
While she pursued this Betty case. So it's like I see
I
what
didn't.
she's trying to do, but I'm
Yeah,
like,
it worked.
yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Because she knows him.
Right.
Mhm.
It
And that's
worked.
the
I didn't
bad
trust.
part
I
about it.
didn't trust this case though. It wasn't to me. It wasn't the
It was weird.
traditional type of case that they take.
Right, it was weird.
And I felt like when we were watching it, first reaction, like something was off with the son. And then even when we got to the end, it just felt weird. I mean,
Yeah.
Something was
we
off with
got
the
the
lawyer.
resolve, but I guess it was just more all about luring Sir out.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And I think we didn't catch that.
And
We
helping
watched it
someone at
late.
the same time.
Right.
Yeah. And then we caught it a little bit late. We didn't catch the beginning of it, Miss Kira. So we didn't understand the ins
Yeah,
and
but
outs
even
of
when
it
I
and the
went back
why.
and watched
Yeah, it's like
I went back and watched it, I'm like, we took this
oh,
case? Okay.
yeah,
That's why I
get
said
it. But
it's a little weird case to
it
take.
was
And then
very
I
weird.
thought it
So
was
I'm
gonna
like,
be
that's
something
all
with the
it was
son.
too easy.
And then
I
when
was
they
looking at
found
the
him,
lawyer.
Yeah, it was too easy to
He's
catch.
too overprotective of something that's not his. Okay.
Yeah. But I thought he was like that because of the son being a jerk and then because of her having a prison baby. That's why I thought he was being protective of, of
The
it.
son, like, I ain't got nothing to hide. You asked me a
which would
question.
make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why he put it out there. So about him only visiting when he need money.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And then all
look
this
over
money,
there. Don't look over here.
all this money conversation come up about 300 here, 700 there. I'm like, hold a minute, what is really going on? That was a lot. So what are your thoughts on when Jax goes to see Ivan in the prison?
Gabby.
Thank you.
She's like, just came for reasonable doubt.
I do it every
He
week.
was sketchy. I don't know how this old lady, excuse my French, fell in love with him or what the fascination is. I guess like missing while lonely. I guess she just was lonely because I did not see the redeeming quality.
What do the lonely do?
He seemed very sketch.
Christmas. I don't know.
Yeah, he does seem sketchy. And all the money that she was paying, like 3 here, 7 here for all these hits or not hits or whatever. I don't know. That was just weird to me. I didn't. But
He was helping people with a commissary.
it was a lot of money.
Because some people don't have family to support them.
So did he seek out a rich woman? Did he seek out a rich woman?
Possibly.
Did they tell us how he reached out to her? She reached out to him. I forgot that part.
If they did, I missed it.
It was like she said her church come and visit. Somebody at church come and visit because she was going around. You know how churches, go to prison. They want share the word of the Lord and stuff like that. And she was, I guess, doing volunteer work with her church. And then one thing led to another. They locked eyes and then they fell in love. And then she was too embarrassed to admit that she was falling for a prisoner. And she was trying to keep it on hush, and then things emotions and feelings start to evolve, and I guess they was engaged to get married. I don't know. That's what I took from it. I know.
Okay, Miss Kira. Thoughts of Gabby and her press conference passing out, or
I'm
not
trying to be
passing out,
keep my politically correct together because I'm like, don't say nothing crazy, don't offend nobody, because that's Mm-hmm. It was a good tactic. Again, it worked because while Sir is unhinged, Gabby is also unhinged now that they found the scene like that and they didn't get Lacey. So she's kind of flailing and grasping at straw. So it worked. It was a good idea. She pissed Trent off because
very much.
She didn't give him the heads up. She was like, I needed you to, but now he's like, you're looking more like a liar. Like now everybody's like super mad at her. So
she don't care. She's like, well, I gotta do what I gotta do. And then
but now I want to know what, now that we got Lacey, how does this affect everything going forward next week? Because now we got Lacey. So is anybody going to deal with Gabby? I don't know. because now they're
Now
mad at her.
everybody head really got to be on the swivel because he's free.
And she wrote
He-
that letter.
He's not contained still yet.
Look,
Now he
look,
doesn't
they
have
better-
Lacey.
But injured.
They
He's
better
gonna be
take their
worse
behinds
now.
all. They better
But
take all
he's
their behinds
injured
over
now.
He's
and lock
injured, yeah.
down.
Injured twice because he had one wound that she sewed up, and now
Right.
he has a fresh wound. And I hope that was deeper than the
It
other
looked a little
one. You know,
deeper.
It
I
looked-
hope she
yeah.
put that whatever that was. I hope she gave him a good jug. You know,
It looked like a knife or a leather.
but yeah.
opener.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was a knife or a letter
I
opener.
don't know what it was.
Yeah, I'm curious just to see where everybody is going to
That
be
was
with her
a
next
no.
episode since she dropped the ball so badly. I mean, they got her, but they was mad with her, and now we
Yeah,
got Lacey. So
Yeah,
yeah.
she wrote that letter, and now she made it seem like the plan was for her and
To
Sir
go with him.
go with him, and now it just went.
Mm-hmm.
And she wrote that letter, so that's
But I
definitely
knew-
gonna come back in her face.
I don't know why she went
Yeah.
for Lacey anyway. Like you supposed to keep your eyes on him. You knew you was going to call. You knew you was going to call the ambulance, so Lacey was going to get care. So as long as you keep your eyes on him, you know that she's not going to just move the weapon. She had passed out anyway. Just kick that out the way. Keep an eye on him. But you let
Sir,
him
he be moving fast. For people
Listen.
injured, he be like ghost. Like he
Limping
be moving
away.
fast.
Mm-hmm.
like the penguin. He be gone.
Child.
Okay. So we get to this next scene where we see it's a birthday party for baby Gabby, and her little cousin is there, and he's over there playing in toys or whatnot, and he pulls out a knife, a butcher knife. Was it under the bed?
Gabby
was
or for
it in the-
Lacey?
It was in her.
It was in
I'm
the
sorry,
bed.
Lacey. I keep listening.
I thought it was under the dresser or something.
Was it under
Oh, I
the
thought it was
bed
over
or
like
was
in the.
it?
I thought it was
in the
over in like the
toy?
corner, over on the
I don't know,
side
but-
somewhere.
He said he
found
found
it.
it under the bed.
It's- The moral to the
He
story.
found a knife. This mama. You see your
Well, she
child
had a
has
screwdriver under the bed the last time, so
your child has a weapon under her bed. Do you not realize something is wrong?
Very much so.
Bump Kevin and him hurting himself because I need to back up off his mom. I think I need to back up off of her.
yeah, because little Kevin should have just like you know
It
better.
should have
Your
minded
mama,
his business.
your mama told you not to touch stuff like that, so let's not get
Yeah,
carried away.
hopefully his mom told him not to touch like that.
But still, mama needs to pay attention to this child. She's not paying attention to Gabby.
I think she's just a little bit in denial.
I mean, Lacey. She's not paying attention to her. She's
No.
really not. And
Because can you
because
blame
that's
her?
a sign.
Even if she is imagining him there, like then that means she needs more help. That means she needs something other than for you to. I've been okay with how she's been up until this point. I feel like if you couldn't afford to move, we should have got some type of security. That's but
That
other than
part.
that, I can't tell you how to handle it, except to say that wasn't the way to handle it with this
But
little
the mama
boy.
don't have the blinds closed. She's not, everything
Yeah.
is open. That's the thing
Yeah.
that irks my spirit. Like you're not checking the doors because sir has taped the damn door where he can get in and out.
That part.
You can't afford to move. I'm cool with all that. I got it. I
Right.
get it. I probably wouldn't be able to either.
Right.
But
Take your
I know how she
precautions.
close. I know how to close blinds and put sticks in windows and whatever. You're not.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's a TV show. We wouldn't. That's how, like Tamika said, that's how they wrote it. So here we are.
So she's definitely delusional about Lacey progress at that point. There's
Mhm.
no progress at all.
You know, she's
she got
regressing.
better.
Yeah.
Well, she did seem like she had a little progress, but I feel like that's only in part for her, in part to her bringing Gabby around.
Yeah,
Because
Gabby's
you know
there.
what I'm saying? Like she's still seeing him, but she can let go a little bit when she's there. She still ain't talking, but
Right.
just a little bit of progress.
Well, it's just a front of a progress. That's why I call it a front. Like
Mhm.
I'm progressing,
Well,
but I'm really not.
Mhm.
So
I was gonna say I
now
don't think Lacey's doing anything different. It's the mom. So I mean,
Yeah.
It's
so
like-
we it's the mom. It's not Lacey, because Lacey is being Lacey. The mom
Right.
is not doing. She's not being enough. She's not doing enough for me. But we are getting where we see the Menendez brother, because the way Gabby approached him was like, "Are you on in her will? You know, are the life insurance policy, whatever?" Like,
Not the
I'm
Menendez
sorry.
brother.
She's
But
unraveling,
that's
like
how
I said, right there with
that's how
Sir.
she approached him, because she was like, did you do it? Children normally have a reason for doing stuff like that if they are in the will or in the got a insurance policy or whatever. I don't know, but he was like, he had nothing to hide, and the lawyer was, talking to him crazy when he was the one that did the do. But you're talking to this boy crazy because you want us and them to think
They're
he
very
had something to do with it when it was
Right.
you the whole entire time. But I get it. You got a job to do. You got to play your cards. You got to play your part. So what are your thoughts on the lawyer and Gabby questioning the son, and
I mean, I feel like she did the right thing in questioning the son. Like, she's right in that. I mean, she ended up being wrong, but she's right in the aspect of it. It usually is either,
Usually. Mhm.
yeah, either significant other or your child with some financial issues. So she was on the right path, typical situations. But it just did not make sense to me when we got to the end with this man. I watched it again. Like, I watched the part that we missed, and I watched the whole episode so I can.
Gabby was wrong until Sir called her. But we ain't gonna say nothing about that though. She was wrong until Sir called. Then she got right.
Yeah, the lawyer. I'm
Because she
excited.
didn't have her head in it. She didn't have her head in
Because
it
it was
at all.
yeah. She's
just trying to lure him out, sniff him out. That's all. Yeah. So yeah, I've been the lawyers. I've been side on him since that scene. He was talking to the boy. He's talking about, I'm his lawyer. He said, then again, forget him, because the son was like, I ain't got nothing to hide. Okay, you can ask me anything. So
Yeah.
he's like, no.
And I thought he had something to do with it when he said it. Sometimes people will say stuff just to try to throw you off.
Throw you off.
And maybe they have tried to cover their footsteps, but that's what I thought in the beginning. But of course, we found out later on that it's not that. But so we have Dawn and Margaret. I like them two together. They are really working it. They are at the house where Sir and Lacey were, and Margaret vision started coming in, and she could see what happened in the room or what took place. And then she went to the fireplace, told him to go to the fireplace, and he found a piece of a credit card. Now, listen, that little teeny little piece of a credit card helped them do what they did later on in the episode. And I just thought Margaret and her Margaret vision was on and popping. Yeah. So then we get where we see Sir is losing it. He is losing his shit in the house with Lacey on the floor still yet. He is walking back and forth pacing. He is losing it. Lacey is still on the floor, and he uses her face to get in her phone, Monique.
I didn't know you could do that with your eyes closed. No, seriously. I thought you had your eyes open.
Look, I thought you had to.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm tripping. That's what I'm like. What phone is this?
Yeah, talk about that. Talk about Sir using the phone to get in, and the conversation that he had with Gabby, and
I thought maybe cracked the eye open just enough to get a.
No, that girl was still out, honey. Bleeding.
Because when she was laying on the floor, she was opening her eyes. Because I remember when me and Candy were watching, I'm like, girl, you better not get up.
She wasn't moving it, but she wasn't opening them.
She opened them eyes a couple times when she was laying on the ground. Now, I don't know if at that point she did, but then she opened her eyes a couple times.
Not at that point.
Not like
that's what I was kind of hoping.
I'm like, this is some made for TV stuff, so we won't pretend like that works. Okay, we just gonna pretend we gonna move past that, like that works. Like,
okay, I don't have no Face ID on my phone. Otherwise, I would try it and let you know. Because I don't play with these kids in here. Y'all not getting in my phone in my sleep. You're not cracking my eye open.
No.
It don't work like that.
It don't work like that. Wait, it don't work
Hey,
like that.
Tamika.
Hey.
Listen,
Yeah, it don't work like that. So Gabby, of course, Sir hangs up on Gabby.
Yes,
He
because
said-
she said, he said, okay, tell me about the case. And she was like, wait, let me hear Lacey first. He said, nope. Hung up. I said,
Sir
and
is
then
a
she had a
big
low
word.
key panic. She's like, oh my God, I lost my opportunity.
crashing out even more.
Mm-hmm. Because that made him upset. That made Lacey upset, and
Somebody
I
should
don't
have
know. I guess
get it together, Gabby.
Did she mean to do
Hmm.
that? Y'all think she meant to do that to make him upset?
No.
No,
No,
she
because
just want
she-
to make sure Lacey was, still alive.
Because she got so upset afterwards. I don't think she meant it.
Meant to do that. Yeah, she was like, dang it, I missed my opportunity.
Okay,
I
so
don't
tell
know
me,
if he's
I
gonna
know
call
what you're
back.
doing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now I
so-
wonder, do you think
Uh-huh.
she that if at this point Gabby is, I don't know what the correct wording is. Not enamored.
Mm-hmm.
She just seems like she's just so connected with him now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just weird.
It's like a game they playing.
solves
It's
the
weird.
cases.
Yeah, but
It's
I
like
think
this
I feel like
game.
it's beyond the cases.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, we
I
really
agree.
got to see what
You think
happens
it's like
now.
a game?
Yep.
It just is. I cannot find the right words for it, but there's some connection between the two of them that for as much as she wants to let it go, she just can't. Like almost like Stockholm syndrome, if you will. You know how sometimes people get like, you know, I don't know.
Okay.
It just seems a little odd, a little strange. That's why Margaret be ready to knock a block off.
Yeah. And I don't be mad at Margaret. You know, a lot of times Margaret is upset with Gabby. So they're working with at Zeke's and they're trying to get this doggone credit card number together. And Margaret is really pulling these numbers together. She's really working her magic, trying to work her magic. I don't know, she's still off a little bit, but at this moment she's off with this card and she's upset about it. So Gabby is talking to Dawn about messing up with Sir, and they still dealing with this inmate thing. So now we're back to the inmate part. I don't understand. Y'all talk about the lady in
It's a crazy case from start to finish. They trying to find this lady. She disappeared on her wedding day. They're supposed to get married or something. And then they went back to see Ivan to question him about him being on her will or something, insurance or something. He didn't. I don't think he knew. He said he didn't know. He like, I didn't ask her to do that. And he talked about also they also found out an inmate that he think he was working with. I forgot the inmate name, but he didn't know the inmate got out was free.
Yeah.
Because the inmate, he don't not get along with this inmate, and the inmate threatened him to harm people that he loved, everybody that he
some
loved.
of the ABs, right? That brotherhood, that those guys.
Something like that in the prison thing.
Because I think this was the point where we found out they thought that money that she was paying was for hits. And that's when he said it wasn't for that, it was for the commissary.
Yeah.
And then that's when he freaked out because
dude was on the loose.
And it's like a protection too, or something, right? Was it a protection too?
He said it was,
yes, and he was paying for
commissary and protection because
because I know they go hand in hand.
Right, yeah, you know how they get down behind those walls.
So they found the guy. They're waiting at his house. Gabby and Trent are there. Trent don't want to talk to her at all. Trent don't act like he don't like her, don't want to talk to her, don't want to be around her. However, they're in this car together, waiting on this dude to leave the house. And they're having a conversation about how Ivan kind of flipped a little bit when they realized that, about being about the life insurance policy, or was it or the will or whatever it was. Like he
I think it's
kind
the
of got
will.
upset when they realized he was in the policy and when the guy was out of prison. So, you know, they're just having that conversation about how real they know the situation is, and that the guy is not after her for her money or doesn't want her money, but there's somebody after her for her money and it's not him. But they end up being wrong about this guy. Anybody want to discuss about them being in the car and getting with the guy at the house and Trent getting beat up?
I mean, that, and then Trent was getting beat up, and then Gabrielle had jumped in. She had her lick in. They was going back and forth. It was like, oh,
I swear, you better be lucky they caught that man.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because they would have
When we
been
were watching it live. We were like, "Girl, get in the car!" Like one and one. Like we can't both be chasing him down. But
exactly, we like
And
block
she
him
got
off.
heels on.
Child. Listen.
Catch me running heels.
Gabby fumbling.
That'd be the death
Then
of
by
my
him
feet.
getting out and they're calling his name like that, that makes him, run. But he was getting ready to go to his car. So why? I mean, he's a inmate. I mean, a former inmate. Why would y'all not say that it's an issue with scaring him, but why would y'all call him out like that? You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna wait
saying?
till
Like,
I get up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me
Why
get
would
close
why
enough
would
that
they
I can
announce
grab you.
themselves that way as police?
they clearly weren't paying no
Hey,
attention.
yo.
Right.
I'm like, is your name
And-
such and such? Is your
Right.
name such and
Sneak
such?
up.
Hey, your name such and such?
Tiptoe.
Tap, tap, tap. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Because he wasn't paying attention at all.
No.
Mm-mm.
So
They gave him a
the
heads
weirdest
up.
thing happens. Sir gets into the house, y'all. He proceeds to draw in this child's crossword puzzle, and he is tracing the name Gabrielle. Now, how the hell he found Gabrielle in that book, I don't know, but he found
Word
it.
search. Yeah, word
And
search
he
book.
traced it with a smile,
Not
y'all.
the weirdest thing. He stay in that house. What you mean the weirdest thing?
Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm the one crazy, right?
No, that's sir. Look, that's sir.
Yeah, that's
for
on
you.
officer. My bad. Yo, he traced Gabrielle's name in the house while the child in the bed, and she opened up her eyes.
Poor Lacey / Bella. That's why
Lacey
she's
Bella. We gonna call her
traumatized
Lacey
now.
Bella.
Lacey Bella.
Sir is. I want to know what is Lacey. What is so much about Bella Lacey Bella that gets him.
He don't like her because that gave Gabriella more motivation to want to get away from him. She didn't want to be there to begin with. But once
Right.
he brought another child into it, when she just wanted a cat, little companionship,
Yeah.
now she felt like she had two people to fight for. And I think that motivated her to leave more. So he cannot, like he always says, like she was the beginning of the end of us. Which in his sick mind, she didn't want to be there nowhere. But like I said, now I feel like she want to be around this man.
Okay.
She want to play a game with him. This game.
He ends up calling Gabby back again and letting her know, you need my help. You really need my help. I don't know what you got going on, but you need my help. You're not going to solve this case. You're not going to find this lady.
Told her she messing up, which she was.
And then he goes into the Romeo and Juliet of it all. And of course, Gabby feeds him all these words and these things, and that to make him thinking that she's with him or whatnot. But talk about it, Miss Kira. Him and Gabby going back and forth because he's unhinged at this moment.
Yeah, but then she also find out at the end she fed them BS too, because she was acting like she was getting all these clues, which she was, but she was giving them a diversion to what clue she was actually getting, because that's when we kind of got to the point where she said he took the credit card, he went to the bookstore, so they got a copy of the books. And I think that's the point where she was saying he was gonna get another girl and telling them to contact the other.
Yeah, her replacement, so he can finish this fantasy he got going.
Which threw me off the first time we watched it. I didn't catch on to the second time. I was like, but yeah, she was throwing him off so she could go do what she did.
Yeah.
But he's all into the you gotta reunite them. You got to, you have to. This is what you have to do. And his thing, he thinking about him and Gabby. He ain't thinking about
Right.
Betty and Ivan. He thinking about Sir
Right.
and Gabby. He, you know,
Yeah,
you
because
have
she
to
was telling
reunite them. You
Trent
gotta,
what
you
he was
gotta
gonna
do it.
telling Trent what he was gonna say. She was like, something's off, something's wrong. He done did something wrong. She's like,
Right.
he's gonna say, and then he said, you know, about people trying to keep them apart.
She know that man like the back of her hand. That's
Look,
crazy.
that part. That's I'm like, she know that man.
Mhm.
She been with him for a long time. And
It's
then
like
she had him,
a sick fixation.
and
Yeah.
then she had him locked up in her basement for
Mhm.
a good period of time.
So then they figure out that it was a lawyer. Well, once she realized that, you know, it has to be somebody that don't want them together, and it's not the son that is the lawyer. So they figured that part out. And I'm like, okay, it's
That's
the lawyer.
the part that
It's like, why would the
it
lawyer
was
take
weird. It
Ben?
didn't
I didn't get
make
it.
sense.
And then they get to the house, and then they sitting there looking at
Boy.
each other like they stupid, like they eating crumpets and chicken sandwiches or something. I don't know.
Like it sound like it giving
Probably
Bible.
me.
It was giving Bible study
What
or
lawyer?
Yes, he
cult
did not
meeting or something.
understand.
He cuckoo for Cocoa Puff, because what lawyer kidnaps you to protect your assets? That don't make
Yeah.
no sense. But I said, okay, even the second time, I'm like, this. I mean, we found out who did it. It don't make no sense, but okay, we found out who did
That
it.
was
And we
do
got
you-
the answer to
easy.
Sir. So
I'm like, do you like her or something? It's weird.
Right, like that was
I-
he had a whole wife. Like, so
Right,
your
had a
wife, now
wife.
your wife in it. Oh shit,
Now she going to jail.
that's what we doing. Now I'm gonna go to jail because you want to
he
protect her
wanted me to.
assets.
He wanted me to talk to him.
And
to
they
her.
go to and they all go to
That couldn't have been a phone call, a lunch date, sister to sister.
You can do like
You
the
got
people
to
did.
kidnap people?
Did Wendy Williams.
child.
He could have tried that. That's what the son was trying to do. So I don't know why you was bumping heads so hard with the son, because that's what he said closer to the top of the episode. He was trying to get a conservatorship.
Conservatorship.
So
Yeah, like
why you ain't just get with the son and do it that way instead? I don't know.
you
Instead
went
of
the illegal route. Now you in trouble. You and your wife. Okay. Like
poor lady.
Betty just sitting there chilling, and
Sitting
Betty
there-
is old.
sitting there
She ain't no
staring at-
young lady either. She's
Yeah,
old.
just sitting there
She's
staring at
like,
Betty. Like,
I'm like,
She's
oh,
like
that's
70 years
Betty.
old.
I said,
Betty
oh, that's
look
Betty.
old.
That picture was Photoshop.
Yeah, Betty's an old
Yes.
woman.
they was just sitting there
Um,
staring at each other. It was the weirdest shit. She wasn't tied up or
Yeah.
nothing. They just was like,
They just
oh,
sitting
you
there
got
like
us. What?
it was just too easy. I'm like, huh? So y'all, Gabby done found these doggone coloring books and these books and these things, and she sit there and lied to them people, like y'all just mentioned. She lied and told them that Surfing to go find another girl, which means Lacey not gonna be around too much longer. He gonna start over. And me and Miss Kira was like, hold a minute, how he got time to train somebody? You know, me and
That's why I was so confused till I watched it the second time.
I'm like, he's not about to do that again. I don't think so.
I'm like, come on now. But
I'm
I
like,
didn't
it
realize-
sounded a little weird, but it's also believable at the same time. So they went to go to middle schools or whatever.
I don't know why
schools.
they believe that, because what time did he have to do that? That's the part that didn't make sense.
Yep.
You had no time
did
to
not make
forge
sense.
that relationship with somebody else. That's what I wasn't understand on the live watch. Even when she wrote the letter saying she lied, I was like,
Mm-hmm. She was throwing them off, and I didn't realize that's what she was doing, so that she could go by herself to be with her.
She knew exactly what the books mean and where they at.
Yeah, she knew that, but why? I guess I don't know why. Why do all that? I don't know.
She sacrificed herself, but that's why I said she got to have some type of Stockholm syndrome, because you're going to get Lacey and make sure Lacey's safe and then put yourself in this predicament all over again. Like, what is wrong with you? You think this is going to be the way to atone for the broken relationship that you have with these people? That don't make no
right,
sense.
so you still lied. You still lied. You still lied.
You get them going. You get them. You know, like they're gonna get with. Now, how did she know what Sir was? I don't know. Maybe the credit card address or something. I don't know. Maybe I missed that part. Did y'all catch it?
Huh? Say what now?
Did y'all catch that? She knew what the address where he was, like where Sir was.
Yeah, because it wasn't Lacey's old home or somebody's old home.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because one, it was Lacey's old home.
I think she did say in the letter that it was Lacey's old
Okay,
home.
I
She
didn't.
said
catch-
by the time we be gone, something like that.
Mm.
Right. She was gonna be going with Sir.
Yeah. It'd be too late. I'm like, oh, he's like, oh, you got my message. You figure out my message. Clue with the books and the credit card. It was weird.
Right. And she was
I
like,
don't
you
know
know,
that
I knew
one.
this wasn't about Lacey. This was about teaching me another lesson. I am sick of them too. I like Sir as a character because he's so weirdly
Menacing.
yes, but he helps them solve their cases because
He's
they was
the-
found everything. I
He's
just keep
the
going back to
kooky,
that.
crazy criminal case solver. Like what?
Yeah, he's like the bad,
Okay.
the person that you love to hate, but you don't want him to hurt anybody
Right.
of the main characters. But you know, so when Gabby dropped those books, what did y'all think? Y'all knew Lacey was gonna take the knife and stab him with it, or did y'all?
Mm-mm.
What did you think? Like, because they had to have it out. Somebody had to have it out.
I knew it had to be some kind of reaction because she was on that floor for a minute. The whole majority of the episode, she was on that
But he
floor.
said,
Like,
yeah, he said he
I
had
didn't
her
think
down
she
there.
had that much.
she saw.
I didn't think she had that much
Gab,
energy to do that.
and she saw him, and I guess she mustered up the strength to grab that thing and did a
Yeah.
1, 2
And-
on him.
And she was like, it was like either fight or flight. Lacey had no choice but to poke him because I got to get away. I see a tool. I see something for me to use. I got to do it. And then y'all, that's what she been having on her bed the whole time as a kid, the whole night.
And then
So-
yeah, she see Gab
She's
there.
been waiting on her opportunity to stab him.
Yeah,
I honestly didn't think she was going to have the energy to muster up enough strength to do that. I didn't. I thought what Gabby wanted to do was actually
Well-
going to happen because I don't know how this is going to move forward. He's loose. You got her. Where do we go from here? So I
mean,
thought we was going to have to try to get Gabby, but now you're just going to walk around poisoning people again. I don't know, Sean.
Well, Lacey was there the whole episode. She was down there the whole episode, so she was resting. Okay, so
She's taking a little nap.
she was taking a little nap, so she had the
Get my
energy,
energy
to do what
up.
she
She's
did.
charging.
Right. So she was down for the whole count.
She had enough energy. And then he said, I had her comfortable. Sir, you had her comfortable on the floor. It's a whole chair right
Right.
there.
That's what I'm looking like. Well,
Yeah.
right. Just laying there.
Just picked her up from one location to the next and just left her on the floor. Like you ain't
Right.
on a bed. You ain't like
Her head propped up.
I don't know what the right care is for
weird.
somebody that busted their head. So I don't know. Maybe
He
the
tried
to
floor is
test
the
her
best
wound.
place once you don't bust your head.
Mm-hmm. And she was bleeding. It wasn't a JT bleed, but she was bleeding, you know.
Right. Yeah. But she
So
fainted too. So
Lacey is in the hospital. We got Margaret running, you know. We got the
dramatically.
press conference going. Now we're in the present day with the press conference, and they asked him, did they find Lacey? She's been found. She's in critical condition.
They don't know if she gonna make it. I was
Right,
like,
I don't know if she's gonna make it, and then that's when Zeke throws something at his television and cracks
like,
it.
Playing with my
I
guy.
felt
Zeke.
that. Look, I said I felt that.
I did too.
That's his boo thing.
But Lacey squeezed Gabby's hand, so I was happy about that because okay, she knows that Gabby is there and she is here. Right? You know, she's still here.
Yeah.
So that was a good ending to the story, which left us on a cliffhanger. Where is Sir? And what is Sir going to do? Who is he hunting? Who is he looking for?
And he's
them.
wounded. He's wounded. So he's a
Them.
wounded.
He is a wounded animal right now. Who is he?
And I'm just as pissed with Gabby now as the rest of them. I was letting her live till we got to this point. Now I'm like, Gabby, girl, what is we doing?
Yeah. So who's next?
She
Who
don't
is
even know.
Is it Trent? Is it Don? Or is it Margaret that he's going to go after?
I feel like Margaret is the most vulnerable because you can't. I feel like for as much as he want to go after Trent, you don't want that smoke. And the same thing with Don, because Don cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he want heavy boots. All right, he want heavy boots, Brad, real
He
bad.
want them, but I don't know if he gonna get that smoke.
Yes,
As long as he don't go to Zeke's place, getting that somehow, and you know he don't like to leave the house.
Mm-mm. Is this agoraphobia?
Agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia. Yeah. Lacey's supposed to get out the hospital from the preview that we saw. I don't know if y'all was able to see it, but Lacey getting out the hospital, and it
Zeke
seemed like
might get his little stuff together like Lacey. Like Zeke might get his stuff together how Lacey had her stuff together, and just have stuff all over that place. Like,
yeah. So is Margaret still with her husband?
I thought they broke up.
Issues with the daughter, but she's not with the husband.
I thought they was like divorced or something. Or separated or something.
I feel like they got a divorce.
Yeah,
they got a divorce, and I think that's where the daughter was.
Okay, they left her because she was still
dealing with the missing of her son from the train station and stuff.
Okay, and she had been to the train station. Well, she was at the train station in the first episode.
The bus
station.
Yeah, the bus station.
She hadn't been to the bus station in a couple episodes, but she was there the first episode waiting. So
she been there. We just didn't see her. You know, she been there.
I would say she probably been there, but yeah, like we didn't see her.
They didn't show us, but you know she was there. You know, Margaret ain't missed no days.
Poor thing. Yeah, Tamika said that voice. So yeah,
she said, "I'm looking for Lacey by day and at the station by night."
Jesus Christ. All righty. So, what are your thoughts on what y'all think is gonna happen next episode? Did y'all see the trailer?
Nope.
So what y'all hoping for?
I just want to know how the team gonna treat Gabby. That's all I want to know. Like, what's we doing? Because she is the leader.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's her firm.
Yeah.
Even though technically it's Zeke's, because Zeke got the
moolah, the Skrilla. So yes, Dallas, go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I want to know how they're gonna treat Gabby. And and what Lacey gonna say or tell them when she come to.
Yeah, I wonder how people gonna treat them as well.
Yeah.
How Lacey's gonna treat Gabby. How she's gonna.
I think Lacey is going to be the only one that's on Gabby's side some kind of crazy way. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though she might be angry at her, but for her to hold her hand like that, I don't know. They are ready to throw Gabby out into the fire, like Ginger Snap said.
Right, throw her in the furnace because she gotta go. She just needs.
Yeah,
I can't wait till we figure out, like you, Miss Kira said, the Stockholm syndrome. I can't wait till we get this situated because it's a lot.
Because they both unhinged. Her and Sir is both like
they feed off one another.
And I thought it was to get Gabby. I mean, I thought it was to get Lacey back, but now I'm not even sure. Like she just is not with us. She's not with us.
Nope. And she needs him to solve the cases.
Lord,
I hate to say it, but I've been saying.
Hasn't he taught you enough? At some point, does the student not graduate? Like you learned enough stuff to figure the stuff out. And you got Margaret with her spidey senses, which her spidey senses work as long as Gabby's not around. So you just let her go do that, and you go stay over here.
Yeah, and that's something, ain't
Zeke's got the technology.
Margaret. I mean, Margaret's that pissed with Gabby that her tingling and don't be tingling. She can't get it. She can't get it when Gabby is around, and I guess so. Yeah. Yep. Well, all right, this is the end of the recap, and he can solve cases. Right.
All right.
But will he do that though?
Gabby's ass needs to go too, though.
Long as he can see Gabby, he probably will do that.
They gonna have cells right next to each other. That's where Trent want her. Just put them in matching cells. Put them on one side and her on the other.
Right.
She gonna have
Wanted
to
to
be,
go
yeah, they're gonna have to be
anyway.
like that. Yeah, because there's
Plus,
no
her
way
time is up. Because remember, he gave her a certain amount of
72
hours,
hours. 72 hours.
Yeah,
and they got Lacey. So technically,
the time
she
is
Time
should
up.
be
is up.
going to the clinker.
Yeah.
Right.
Tick tock, tick tock. All righty, we thank
Her, her,
everybody
boo,
for
her,
being
her boo
here
thinking both
tonight.
being there.
Thank
Thank
everybody for being in the chat. For those that were in the clouds, we appreciate you. But make sure you hit the like button and have subscribed to all of our channels. And we want to thank Tamika and Lemon Kush Pepper for coming in and
Lemon Kush
joining us
Pepper.
tonight. We greatly appreciate you guys. And Ms. Kira, what you got going on your channel really quickly so we can,
Yo, keep your notifications on. Check the community tab. It's a little bit of a struggle bus. I did Reasonable Doubt with the ladies. I may do just 9 and 10 as a live just to wrap it up, even though I missed a couple episodes, and just handle it that way. I just did Love is Blind season 7, episodes 10 and 11. So we'll be doing episode 12 on Sunday is the wedding episode. Steve's finally going to get married. We also did the Penguin episode 4 with Ginger Snaps and some other folks. And Tyler Perry's show is coming out this week, so I have to figure out how to handle that. Maybe 2 episodes at a time. We try to put together a panel to go over that. So hopefully it's good and it doesn't disappoint. But like I said, keep your notifications on, check your community tab, and it'll be something there.
all right. Thank you,
Oh,
ma'am.
that's
Mo?
right. I'm gonna start off what we just did. We just had a panel of Reasonable Doubt finale, season 2 finale. We just did that. I did that with Miss Candy Love and a slew of other people. And also I'm catching up on Zatima, so I gotta get that out. And also hopefully the Penguin probably Tuesday evening sometime. So yeah, that's all I got. The Penguin, episode 5.
Oh, I gotta watch that. That's out today. That's out tonight.
All righty. So yeah, like Monique said, we just did Reasonable Doubt season 2, episode 10. We did the finale with a slew of people. We, had a blast getting that done. So please go rewatch that. Just keep your notification bells on. I will be watching Found live on Thursday again. I enjoyed that. So if anybody want to join me and do it live, you have to have your own NBC, to watch it live. We're not streaming it on there. We're just going to be watching it and,
Give me your
talking out loud.
reactions. Yeah.
Our live reaction and commentary, doing a commercial or doing a show, whatever. However, whatever. But I enjoyed doing that last week. That was really fun for me. So if nothing else, you all have a good night. Thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.
You know you better watch out. Yeah.